Right, so this is just another video mainly about the misappropriation of taxpayer money. Right, you've probably seen my previous videos about the climate change scam, that the world is ending scam, which has been running now for the past probably 50 years. In that time there's been hundreds of doomsday predictions, all failed. There's absolutely no evidence that the world is ending, especially when you go out into the real world and actually have a look around. Walk around in the local parks, in the local countryside, go to your local supermarkets. Can you see any sign that there's an apocalyptic climate catastrophe going on? No. So I want to talk a little bit about why they do this and how they profit from this. You've seen my videos about the governments being all in on this together. Whether they are Labour, Conservatives or any of the other parties like Reform or anybody like that, they're all part of the same cult. Politics is all a show to make people believe that they are free, when in reality they are not free, they are slaves. So I'm going to talk about different topics in future videos, but first of all I'm going to say just how this works. Like, you see, if you go to a supermarket now and you want to buy, say, a chocolate bar or something, in a capitalist society, the chocolate bars which become popular, they sell, and ones that aren't popular, they don't sell, and they go out of business. But in politics, the choice is taken away from you, and it is given to an elected representative, or a so-called elected representative. And basically what they do is, especially with green policy, they invest in companies which are owned either by themselves, their acquaintances, or anybody member of their own cult, and they invest millions of pounds of taxpayers' money into these green organisations, which a lot of time they're owned by their acquaintances. They're nothing more than scam organisations, and by putting the tax money into these companies, these scam organisations, they can then launder the money which they have stolen from the taxpayer into their own accounts. And I want to give you an example from another scam which happened about 5 years ago now. So you all remember the scamdemic. I don't know if I might get censored for that. Hopefully not. Last video when I used that word, it actually got taken down. Yeah, you see, this is the sort of world that we live in now. But there's this app here. It was called the Test and Trace app. And Test and Trace, very simple software. The app probably cost about £1 million at maximum. When you're taking the actual designing of the app followed by the advertisement, because a lot of it was promoted by the government, it wouldn't have costed that much at all. However, how much did this app cost? Which, if you made a similar app now, you could probably make it for about £1 million maximum. So how much did it cost the government? Yeah, it cost them £9 billion. £9 billion. So what you've got is a software company which is probably owned by a member of the cult. £9 billion of taxpayers' money was then stolen and laundered through this sham business. A piss poor app was given to everybody. They could download it if they wanted to. But £9 billion was stolen from the taxpayer. And obviously I've got some previous videos about this scam which took place, but the point of this video is just to show you how they steal money, and they get away with it because they're all in this game together. They're all taking part in this together. They own everything in this country. Obviously the government controls everything. Then you've got the media, which the government pretty much own as well, which they're the brainwashing tool of the masses. The government own the courts. Like, if me or you was to do this, we'd be in prison. They can just do whatever the hell they like, and they can get away with it. So I was showing you a little example of the misappropriation of taxpayer money and the theft. Thanks for watching.